I think the richest country in the world dropping bombs on these same people. That's why they're fleeing, because we're dropping bombs on them. I think that's also horrible, and that needs to stop. We become the biggest freaking terrorist nation in the world. Chomsky calls our drone program the biggest terrorist program in the world. So everyone's freaking out about Trump's Muslim ban. Everyone's going crazy, which is good to see, right? Because that is certainly bullshit what's happening. And but there's more to the story, right? Turns out there is. Let me just say this. Isn't it kind of weird that everybody gets upset when he bans immigrants from Muslim countries? Even anybody who visited, isn't that interesting? But we've been bombing those countries for the last 8 years, some of them 16 years. Huh? So everybody I think it's just a little, I'm going to point it out. It's a little weird that everybody was cool with bombing them, but banning them, oh no. That's where I put my foot down. Oh, you can bomb the shit out of them, but as soon as you try to bar them from coming into the country, now you're a monster. You're a monster. Well, according to Seth J. Frantzman, he says Obama administration made the Muslim ban possible and the media won't tell you. So where are the 7 nations that everyone says are banned? Where is the Muslim ban? It turns out this was a form of fake news and alternative facts. Huh? Wait a minute. What? Come on, Jimmy. Trump didn't select 7 Muslim majority countries. Well, what are you talking about? Who did? Turns out U.S. President Barack Obama's administration selected these 7 Muslim majority countries. What? How could that Jimmy! The Department of Homeland Security targeted these 7 countries over the last years as countries of concern. A Terrorist Travel Prevention Act of 2015. So here's how he sums up his article. He says, so there was a Terrorist Travel Prevention Act of 2015 2 years before Trump. There was a kind of Muslim ban before the Muslim ban, but almost no one critiqued it in 2015 because it was Obama's administration overseeing it. And again, no outcry of people, Obama bombing the goddamn countries, bombing them. Syria, running out of bombs in Syria. Training and giving arms to ISIS and Al-Qaeda in Syria. So we're no outcry, no protests. We gave billions of dollars to one of the most repressive regimes in the world, Saudi Arabia, a theocracy which is horrible to women. Cut your hand off for stealing a loaf of bread kind of place. We give them tens of billions of dollars in weapons that they go then kill poor people in Yemen using cluster bombs that we make in America. No outrage that we make cluster bombs, which are banned as a war crime, but we didn't sign on to it. We make those in America. And where do we drop cluster bombs? On the poorest people in the world, over in Yemen, in Somalia. And they kill people. Dads trying to fish to get food for their kids. They kill kids, kill mothers. We're doing that. We're killing those people. That's just weird that no one protested before that. Well, it's not weird. It makes sense because Barack Obama's nice. And Donald Trump rips the pretty face off of the horrible shit our government's been doing. What's happening at the airports is crazy. It's horrible. What has been happening, whereas we've been dropping bombs on these people, the poorest people, that's also horrible. So this sounds like selective outrage. It's weird. Bomb them, fine. I'm not going to say anything. You're going to bar them? Oh, my God, you're a monster. So there's more to this. He says because mainstream media has been purposely lying, either due to ignorance or because of unwillingness to read the document and ask questions, and because they are too ready to accept facts without investigating. So we'll see. They haven't been reporting it this way. We'll see how they report it. They want to blame Trump for a Muslim ban because they were ready with that script since last year. And indeed, Trump has enacted a harsh executive order cracking down on visitors from these countries, particularly Syrians. But his crackdown only includes those 7 countries because of Obama's policies. Trump's decision to go beyond the policy and increase the Obama policy harms refugees. But it only increases an existing discriminatory policy. It doesn't invent it. This is what we've been talking about. This is the shit that Obama's been handing over to Donnie Tiny-Hands. Do you know what Obama did right before he left office? All the data that the NSA collects, he then said, hey, it's okay for the CIA to sift through your personal... CIA, those motherfuckers, the war criminals, the war starters. They can now have access to all your personal data that the NSA collects, which not supposed to let the CIA spy on its own goddamn citizens. But now we are. That's another thing Barack Obama handed. It's another CIA. If you're an activist and you're a anti-war activist, you're an anti-Trump activist, they have all your personal information, and he handed that to Trump. All, by the way, unconstitutional. Hand it over. No habeas corpus. There's no habeas corpus in America. All Trump has to say is that you're aiding and abetting terrorists, or you're a terrorist yourself. You're an economic terrorist because you're protesting Wall Street. Hey, you're an environmental terrorist because you're protesting North Dakota access pipeline. Throw you in jail. No trial. Indefinite. Well, Barack Obama did that. Handing it over to him. No one was like, why are you doing that? Not only did he not try to rein in the power of the surveillance state before he handed it to Trump, he fucking expanded it. He concludes the article by saying, reading media reports, you would never know that. Most disingenuous, truly bordering on fake news, and the reports that claim the 7 countries were connected to Trump's business interests, as if Obama's Department of Homeland Security picked them because of Trump. So that's what they were saying, that those 7 countries were picked. No, it was Obama who picked them. That's how it's been reported in the media. Yes, Trump, we have to oppose the oligarchy, the corporatism, the fascism that has been taking place right underneath our noses. And now it's being exposed. So now everybody can wake up and start scrutinizing stuff. We're bombing 7 goddamn countries. Where's the fucking protests? Where are the rants from our lefty ranters? Where's the rants about that? So, yes, some of the stuff I heard of what happening at the airports, I heard that there's American citizens being detained. It's horrible. I think the richest country in the world dropping bombs on these same people. That's why they're fleeing. Because we're dropping bombs on them. I think that's also horrible. And that needs to stop. We become the biggest freaking terrorist nation in the world. Chomsky calls our drone program the biggest terrorist program in the world. Donnie Tiny-Hands already drone bombed Yemen. Nobody gave a shit. He drone bombed them. Drone bombs kill innocent people. That's what they do. 90% of the people killed with cluster bombs are civilians. So, okay, so there's more of the story. There's more to that story. And you wonder why people get their news from YouTube. Hey, the next live Jimmy Dore show is February 20th. That's a Monday night in Burbank, California at Flappers Comedy Club. That's February 20th, Monday night. They've been selling out 2 weeks ahead of time, so get your tickets. There's a link for tickets right there. See you February 20th in Burbank, California.